Hi YouTube, it's Dale from Beauty in the Empty Nest, and today I have a review on another makeup palette that I'm very excited about. As you know, if you've watched a lot of my videos, I really love all the matte eyeshadows, and actually I should really only use matte eyeshadow because of the deep set hooded eye thing that I have going on here. So today I have one of the Tarte ones. It's the Tartlette, the Amazonian Clay Matte Eye Palette. So I am going to give it a quick review, show you how I applied it, the end result is here, and give you my final thoughts on it. So if you want to see more about this, keep watching. Okay, so this is, I think, my third matte eyeshadow palette. I also have the Too Faced matte one, and I have the Kat Von D matte one. And I have really found that I really need to just stick to matte eyeshadow palettes. Because what typically happens is I'll get them with the shimmers and say, okay, I won't use those. And then I start every now and then more and more starting to use the shimmer ones, which with deep set eyes, you really have, it's really not a great idea, especially in my case when my eyes are a little bit older too. And I tend to not be good about just keeping it in one area where you could use it, like under the eye or just the outer corner. So I guess I say I'm not doing a really good job of monitoring myself when I have them near me. So I need to stick to just matte ones. There aren't as many nice matte ones. I mean, there's so many beautiful ones that have all these other different shadows in there. But as I've said, I cannot do it to myself. I cannot. I have to stick to mattes now. I know it. So I've really been testing out all the different ones, and matte shadows, as you know, are very tricky. Some of my favorite ones are from the Makeup Geek. Oh, she has amazing, beautiful matte shadows and very reasonable. The Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, gorgeous colors there. Matter of fact, when I bought that one, I was almost going to buy this one, and at the last minute, I veered towards the Kat Von D one. However, when I had my discount coming up, I thought that is the perfect time to go ahead and purchase this again now. So here are the other two matte palettes that I have. This is the Too Faced Natural Matte. Love this one, beautiful colors. The trios there, and I love how it has it kind of separated out here. Here's day, here's classic, and here's fashion. And for me, this is like a no-brainer then. I don't have to think about what kind of colors go together. I just go across the row. Sometimes I'm brave and I do, you know, kind of mix up. But for me, that always works really well. Beautiful shadows, blendable, really nice. You can see I've really dug some dents in here. So I'm afraid that within the next month or two, this one is going to be, at least the shadows, the smaller ones, are going to be all gone. I will link my review to this palette also down below that I've done previously. Here is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye. I don't want to spend a lot of time going through these. Here are the colors here. Again, beautiful. I love the range of colors with some of the brick colors as well too. Some of the more classic or more monotonish type colors. Beautiful colors, beautiful blending ability. These are both top rate shadows. So let me put them next to each other here, so you can see the color differences here. So you see, you know, a pretty good difference here. Some of the other differences is this is nice and small for traveling. This one is, even though it's thin, it's a little tougher to travel with in some, like the cosmetics bags that I use, just because it is so wide here. So those are those two. Now let's look at the Tartlette. So did I really need this? Well, that was one of my questions. So when I initially went to go ahead and buy this one, I was in between the two. And one of the sales associates that I was talking with, wonderful, there's some really wonderful sales associates at the Sephora that I go to that I just love, because they really are very knowledgeable and they're patient and they like to talk with you about things, which is always so wonderful, which I guess makes sense, because if you didn't like makeup, you wouldn't work at Sephora. But anyway, so I was in between these two one time when I went. This was actually several months ago when I had another discount code. And she said, if you're heavy-handed with your eyeshadow, this one is more subtle, lighter. If you're light-handed, this one will go better. If you're heavy-handed when you use the Kat Von D, you're gonna have to blend quite a bit, or just be really good about not dipping too hard. I went back and forth on that, and I was like, I didn't have like some of these colors compared to this one, and I thought, let me go with the Kat Von D one, because I also had the contour shade and light. So I thought, let me just go ahead with the Kat Von D one. This one was selling out so quickly. This one, there was a stack there. So part of that was also, there's only a few of these, you have to get this. So I got this with the intention of someday also buying this one. So with in mind, love that one. I know I have to be a little more gentle when I tap in to get some of the eyeshadows. So with this one, now look at the range of beautiful colors. I'm going to try and make sure the light doesn't blind you. Look at these beautiful colors. This has more plums in it as well, which you do not have on the others. So let me compare it. Okay, so one of the things that really attracted me a lot also, besides the fact that it has the nice kind of range of the browns and the natural kind of nude colors and all those kind of earth tony kind of colors, was also the plum row, which, let's see, that includes Caregiver, Natural Beauty, Best Friend, and Bombshell. So this middle row here, right here. I thought that those colors were just gorgeous. So that's right down here. These were some nicer browns, similar to kind of some of the other ones that I have as well too, but a little bit of a bricker color there too. And these are the more kind of typical kind of natural browns. So let me give you some quick little swatches of it. So I'll do the first row, which is going to have Free Spirit, which is this one. Force of Nature, which is this one. This one is now Dreamer. And this one is Multitasker. So, Free Spirit, Force of Nature, Dreamer, and Multitasker. And do you see the transfer there? And I want to show you, I rub my finger in there and there's no kind of dust or fallout from that. So really pretty colors here. So now this second row, now I'm going to go ahead and go across. And this is giving you Caregiver, Natural Beauty. So there's Caregiver, there's Natural Beauty. Best Friend, and Bombshell. So again, really pretty colors. I'll try and show you how they transfer. You have some of the browns also here. The other colors didn't show up as well. So you can see that's just one swatch going across my arm. Pretty nice, huh? And then the last row, right down here, this is going to be Super Mom, Wanderer, Power Player, and Fashionista. So Super Mom, Wanderer, Power Player, Fashionista. Let me see if I can add those to my arm. So look at that. Beautiful blending, beautiful application. I mean, just look at that. So I've been, so really beautiful, beautiful blending, beautiful application. No noticeable fallout at all. So really, really pretty, pretty colors. I feel like they would really work on a wide range also of skin tones. I am wearing right now, I've actually had this on for several hours and I filmed several videos and I was testing out a new eyeshadow primer, so there's no telling how well that's going to work. But I have worn this middle row across here. So I have Caregiver kind of all here. Then I have Best Friend, which is this one in the outer corner. And then I have Natural Beauty more all over here. I did also use this top one here, Super Mom. I had to use that as a little bit of a highlighter here and a little bit in the corner of my eye. I also have a few of the plumber colors blended down below my eye as well too. So I really have been absolutely thrilled with this palette. The only thing is now it has really given me a problem because now in the morning I do not know which one to reach for. I guess that's a nice problem to have, but they are just beautiful, beautiful colors. Now I feel like I have such a nice assortment here. It also comes with a very nice mirror. I'm trying not to blind you with it. I typically don't really use these mirrors very much, but they're there, right? So get another look just because it's really pretty. The container is also very nice, very, very travel friendly, very thin, flat, really pretty little tartlet. I really like this coloring here. So let me show you how it compares to the Shade and Light Eye Palette by Kat Von D. So you can see it's just a little bit taller, but it's much, much shorter. The width is about the same. And the comparison then to the Too Faced, it's a little bit bigger, however, it's a little thinner. I believe I won't have any trouble fitting this into my cosmetics bag that I typically travel with. So I'm really, really excited. And Bailey returns again because she always has to come in during the middle of the videos, right? At least, you know, she knows she has her fan base out there and she just wants to check in with everyone. Say, hi guys, how you doing? Yeah, I know. Okay. You. Okay. So how does this also now work with the big question of more mature skin, particularly what you can start getting more of a drier kind of texture to your eyelids? I have found that this works beautifully. I have absolutely no trouble with it. It lasts well. I do typically use eye primer. I will use anything from the NYX one to the Benefit Air Patrol. I have started straying away a little bit from using my MAC Painterly pot because I feel like that's getting too dry on my eyes. Today I tried just using a little bit of a concealer instead of a regular eye primer. I do not know if it's going to work very well because I almost already feel like a little bit of a little oiliness there starting. So I do always use an eye primer just because I feel like eyeshadows go on much better as well too. So, but these shadows last throughout the day. I really don't notice them fading at all. They blend beautifully. You saw there's not really fallout. So I always do my face makeup anyway before my eye makeup. So if there's something with a lot of fallout, I tend to be in a lot of trouble. Then I tend to shy away from those eyeshadows at that point then. So beautiful, beautiful colors. I've been really thrilled with it. Definitely a very nice addition to these other two. And I do not feel like, although there are some similar colors throughout these, I feel like they still all do have their slight own characteristic about them that I really enjoy. So big thumbs up, really, really enjoying it. If you have one of those discount coupons hanging out, I would grab it. Or I have heard that there is going to be, in the next 2 or 3 months, another matte palette coming out. And I'm not 100% sure on the validity of the statement. So this might also be coming out as a little bit cheaper. But I also know that there's a couple good coupons out right now. Go onto your Retail Me Not, one of those sites, and see if you can pull one of those up for some good discounts. But it's worth its price anyway. I'll have all the information linked below, also with links to my reviews of the 2 other eyeshadow palettes. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Give me a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it and really liked it. And go ahead and please subscribe. That way, when I put a new video out, it'll be there waiting for you when you open up YouTube. And it's also nice to kind of build this little family and community of beauty empty nesters. Even if you're not an empty nester. Technically, my daughter's still in high school. My son is off in college. But the idea is this is where we share all this kind of fun information, and everyone gives a little bit of feedback here and there and recommendations, and it's been really great to watch the conversations not only between you and me, but also between you and your friends out there in YouTube. So until next time, goodbye YouTube.